Good morning, my friends. I'm Reverend Catherine Bonin, and it's such a joy to welcome you all to the Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte this morning. Whether you're with us in person at Loom or streaming on Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom, you are welcome here. If this is your first time, we're delighted that you've chosen to join us today. And we're grateful that modern technology allows us to touch so many lives across this great country of ours. To find out more about all the great happenings here at CSL Charlotte, visit our website, cslcharlotte.org, and subscribe. You can put in a prayer request there and let us support you with whatever is going on in your life, whether you're moving through a challenging time, you want to celebrate something good, or if you just want to deepen your relationship with Spirit and want support around that. We would love to hold you in prayer, so don't be shy. And if you hear something you want to hear again sometime this morning, or if you happen to miss a Sunday, or just want a shot of inspiration during the week, these services are recorded and added to our website every week. So you can watch them over and over again if you'd so desire. Today is St. Patrick's Day, so it's my hope that you experience the grace and givingness of Spirit as it shows up in your life as the luck of the Irish, whether you're Irish or not. And March is National Women's History Month, a time to champion the power of women's voices and drive positive change in our world. So take some time this month to learn about and celebrate women, those that have impacted history and those in your immediate family. Learn their stories. Women entrepreneurs and the businesses they lead are a powerful force for innovation, economic growth, and change in our world. Embrace allyship. That means putting words into action by making a point to show support for the women in your life and the women in our community. And now I'd like to tell you a little bit more about us. The Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte is a new thought community living an ancient wisdom philosophy that's based on the science of mind. The science of mind was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Ernest Holmes. Dr. Holmes was a man on a mission. He studied the truths in all religions. He studied religious traditions and all spiritual paths. We call him the great synthesizer, as he developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves, our lives, and how we fit into this world. At CSL Charlotte, we honor every philosophy, along with every race, every sexual orientation, and every physical distinction. We are a diverse, open, and affirmative community. And we know that there are many paths to the divine. You can call it God. You can call it peace, love, spirit, infinite mind, nature. You can even call it the I am presence. The truth is, it doesn't matter what you call it. What matters is that you have a personal relationship with that power that resonates within you, and that you take the time to develop and cultivate that relationship. You don't have to leave your present philosophy or the nature of knowledge that you grew up with. Anything that you already practice is perfectly fine. Just join us anytime and see your life change. Whether you're part of Science of Mind or you're just visiting, you are welcome here. We recognize and honor the many sacred scriptures, such as the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, the Upanishads, and the Bhagavad Gita, just to name a few. So our vision statement is to continue a spiritual community, creating and preparing a succession for future leaders who can integrate, teach, and expose these principles, messages, and practices, science of mind ideas that strengthen the mind, the body, and the spirit. One of our aims is to create a high collective consciousness for everyone in this community, and we teach the tools to do that. So come join us here on Sunday mornings or in our consciousness meetings on Tuesday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern, and join one of our ongoing classes. So once again, I'd like to welcome everyone, invite you to sit back and enjoy our service as we celebrate this powerful presence that lives within every one of us. And now it's my great pleasure to pass the microphone over to our illustrious leader and my dear friend, Reverend Rosedale Jones.
Well, thank you so much, Reverend Catherine, for being here, for being our MC, and also thank you, everyone, and welcome to CSL Charlotte. Now, wow, we got so much going on. We have St. Patty's Day, National Women's Month. This is the 19th, which is Tuesday, where we'll be talking about this in our consciousness meeting, is spring equinox, which is the first day of spring this year. And we got so much going on. So, just enjoy the month of March with us as we bring in spring. So that all being said, just know that this is CSL Charlotte, the Mind, Body, Spirit Center. And the first thing we do is open up with a spiritual affirmation. And what it is really actually, it's an affirmative prayer. I just thought I'd make up a new thing. But that being said, today we're all about accepting our built-in privilege. Now, first on our platform for accepting our built-in privilege is Reverend Catherine. She's the lady of the day, where she's going to pray us in and all of that good stuff. And we got to find out by her prayer, is she a person who's accepting her built-in privilege as well? So you'll hear that when she does her prayer. And if you want a prayer to open yourself up to accepting that built-in privilege within you, then go to our website and put in a prayer request. And then we will definitely make sure that a prayer goes into your inbox, helping you out with accepting your built-in privilege. I have to slow down on so many great words, but it's all good. And you'll get a prayer. And you can even say that prayer every day. So here's the thing though. You have to put in that prayer request in order for us to send you the prayer back to your inbox so you can read it every day. So with all that being said, thank you, Reverend Karen, for stepping up to doing what you do, and we are ready for you, so let it rip, Reverend Karen.
Thank you, Reverend Rosedale. I have to say, I absolutely love your outfit today. Those pops of red and orange are beautiful. As we gathered here this morning online to celebrate the message that Reverend Rosedale brings to us this morning, as she is inspired by God, Spirit, the great I Am, that creator of life, which is known by many, many names, that possesses all the qualities of goodness, of beauty, that are also expressed through us, as us. And knowing this and feeling this presence within myself, I know this presence within each and every person watching, with each and every person on the platform, within all life. All life has the spark and the beauty and the light of God within it, shining as we go forth upon this earth, bringing our messages into the world and surrounding ourselves with love and all that we meet with love. And absolutely knowing this on this beautiful, beautiful day, celebrating St. Patrick and all that he did in his life, and all the people that we know, the golden chain of teachers, of all our teachers, we celebrate them. And knowing this, and in gratitude for being here today, in gratitude for my life, and for knowing that my connection with God, and for knowing that connection is within all life. Knowing that this message today, I'm so grateful before I even hear it, because I know Reverend Rosedale is an open conduit through which God expresses all the time, with beauty, with light, and with so much wisdom. And in knowing this and being so grateful for this, please join me as I release this prayer for our journey to be filled with love, to be filled with wisdom, to be filled with compassion, understanding, and forgiveness and love. And knowing this as it manifests for each and every one of us individually, please join me as I have released this prayer, as I release this prayer into the universal law. And so it is.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so it is. Thank you so much once again, Reverend Karen. And I knew you was going to sing to myself, because that's what you do. So the next thing we have on our wonderful platform here with all these bright and shiny people, spring feels good to me, is Horace the Bush. He is our reader, and he's also the coordinator that keeps us running like a well-oiled machine. In the meantime, once he puts it in play, we got our pilot who makes sure we're honing and doing the things we should be doing. So it's all good. But I can't say enough for you though, Horace. It's a wonderful thing about you is the way I trust you and the way I know what you say is what it is. So if I want the truth, I get it from you. So I know that when we listen to your reading, we're going to get the truth tonight, to this morning or whenever. So listen to your reading, everybody. When we listen to him, you're going to be open to and receptive to accepting the privilege. Oh, goodness gracious, you know what you're going to be here for. So Horace, let it do what it do.
Good morning, CSL family, and happy St. Patrick's Day. And also want to give honor and a shout out to all our women, our sisters, our goddesses in our beloved community for National Women's Month. We are just so blessed to have you and all of us as part of this community. So today's reading, the title is Being Privileged is Our Birthright. And the author is none other than our own beloved Reverend Rosedale Jones. So let's all take a deep breath, and I invite you to just listen along with me for this reading. Our birthright is our natural privilege to cherish our healthy bodies and nurture optimistic mindsets. This privilege sets the stage for a journey towards total health. Using the power of spiritual practices for self-healing is a phenomenal approach to promote self-love and overall wellness. For example, did you know that for total health, it is necessary for you to be committed to checking in with yourself daily, just to make sure you are balanced with mind, body, and spirit. Total health isn't just about healing the body. It's about thriving in your own skin, celebrating every breath, and dancing to the rhythm of your own drum. It's time to step into your power and acknowledge your own privilege instead of assuming someone else has all the privilege. Remember, you are the privileged one. Take that in. Yes. When we immerse ourselves in spiritual practices, we awaken a powerful potential within us. This potential goes beyond physical healing. It rejuvenates the mind, body, and spirit. Be sure to find practices that resonate with you. In addition, these practices support you on your transformative journey. Our transformative journey grooms us for a life that is overflowing with prosperity, abundance, and happiness, where we can automatically bathe in the magnificence of our existence. Being privileged is all about embodying the full progression of life with open arms and with an open heart. Now, isn't that something worth striving for? So remember, it all begins with loving yourself enough to start on this transformative journey towards healing and self-awareness. Claim your birthright and live a fulfilling life by nurturing your mind, body, and spirit through spiritual practices. The outcomes include inner peace, personal growth, and a healthy mind, body, spirit connection as we merge science and spirituality for our transformative life experiences. So let me leave you with this quote. Privilege begins with your journey to harmonize your mind, body, and spirit through engaging in mental, physical, and spiritual exercises. Again, from our beloved Reverend Rosedale. And with that, I'm just going to say, and so it is.
Awesome. Let's take a nice, easy listen. And as we do this, let's take a 2-minute centering, even less, just to quiet our minds for a minute. Relax your eyes. Basically, you can put them in your lap, but as long as you get distractions out of the sides, the ups and downs, just calm down for about 30 seconds and take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale real slow, totally feel your relaxation. See, everything is holy now, and what that song does is it taps into the concept of being present using the body and the power within you. See, in spiritual philosophies, there's a focus, and the focus is on this value of being fully present in this now moment, knowing that everything is holy now. And we're dwelling on everything good instead of the past or the future. So I have just one simple question. Is accepting your built-in privilege a thing of importance for you? So remember this, we're all at choice whether you choose to incorporate some of these great old spiritual practices to begin accepting that built-in privilege within you. That's good. It's up to you. Know that. So wiggle your fingers and your toes as you integrate your mind, body, and spirit. And as you float your eyes around your space, find something in your space that can connect you to this present moment. And in the meantime, let me just take this wonderful moment for gratitude. And thank you, Reverend Catherine, for making sure you're here all the time from Carlsbad, from Carlsbad, California. And thank you, Reverend Karen, for your incredible opening prayer, singing to my cells. And also thank you, Horace de Bush, because you know your reading actually points the way to accepting our built-in privilege. So with that being said, let's use that word privilege a little better than what we used to. Because see, the term privilege is actually something that implies advantages of somebody related to race, maybe gender, maybe financial status. But you see, I'm using this term because I can. And it's this power within me that says it's my inner advantage. Okay, so our inner advantage is one of the most important things, but we can call it, like Reverend Catherine said, we can call it God, spirit, source energy, we can call it universe, but if it resonates with us, then it is the right thing to call that inner advantage. Because what that inner advantage does is it lures us to value our own talents and self-worth. This, you heard Horace's reading. Why not stop looking at other people and calling them privileged? You are the privileged one. Our built-in privilege is actually our inner treasure chest. And what it is it's filled with self-defined status and potential. But do you find yourself finding it easy to actually find your self-defined status? Or are you still using that status that they said about you as a child or whatever? You see, it is a universal privilege and it's available to anyone who is taking the courage to look into themselves. It's, for some people, hard to look into themselves because of the way they went and they taught. But see, as we begin peeling off these limitations and embracing, accepting the spiritual growth that we are here for, that is built in us from the inception of time, well, in the inception of our parents' wombs. Then if we start to accept that, then we build the attitude that honors the divine essence within us, the attitude that comes from this built-in privilege. See, whether we view this privilege as God's Spirit or any other name, just know this, just know it. There is an undeniable force that animates every part of us, right? Undeniable to anyone that chooses to accept it. So as we take time to evoke this power through different practices like mindfulness, right? Mindfulness is just basically, you know how you go off in the days every so often and you start thinking, well, that's mindfulness, but be mindful. Don't just let it take you. Listen to what you're hearing, seeing, visualizing for yourself. And another thing, that's meditation, believe it or not, even though people think, oh, well, I don't know, I can't do this. Don't put so much stock in what you can't do. See, here's the thing. Meditation, mindfulness, prayer work, and guess what else? Physical exercise. All of that helps us to stay aligned with our natural nature. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. And I just love that. It's time for us, just like Horace's reading said, it is time for us to step into our power and acknowledge our own privilege instead of believing someone else has the privilege. You know, you are the privileged one. I have to remind us of that. Now let's get back into my science piece. I love science. According to an article in Florida Medical Clinic, and it's titled The Science Behind Mind-Body Connection. The mind-body. Believe it! Scientists and spirituality are hand in hand. It's not dogma. See, here's what scientists are saying about the mind-body-spirit connection. It says the brain is the body's command center, or the human super center. Medically, the brain is an extraordinary and complex organ. I love working the brain on everything I do. The mind is the brain. Just want you to know that mind or brain is so deeply entwined with the rest of our body that you got to understand it is not operating separately like a machine. You see, the concept aligns us. This concept of this built-in privilege is designed to align, it's designed that I'm thinking, to make sure we're closely connected to our spiritual beliefs. That the mind is actually connected to the body and the spirit. Here's the thing. Science has proven everything about us functions as a universal whole countless times. Scientific studies also consistently shows that hormones, neurotransmitters, and they are totally associated with our emotions. Our emotions impact our physical well-being. That means that maintaining the body's health is of paramount importance. You see why? This inner privilege, which is spirit, which is God, which is the universe, well, this inner privilege needs to dwell in a healthy body for us to remain in this physical existence. See, when the body deteriorates beyond repair, spirit leaves it. What do you think that means for you? Will you still choose to tell yourself that, well, it's hard to release my old beliefs because I believe that carbs are too much for the body, but you need them. Oh, but this is what you're hearing. Or I believe that I don't exercise that much because I do this. You try to find it. Is that you? Or I'll work on it later. What do you choose to tell yourself? See, I challenge you to take care of your mind, body, and spirit connection, mentally, physically, and spiritually. All of them go together. Without one may falter. We need to be balanced. For me, just being alive itself is one of the highest gifts I will keep on my bucket list. Everybody make these bucket lists. Well, that's my bucket list. Keeping it right. My life. Getting up in the morning, like Mo said earlier. Just standing on the floor and being able to walk. I'm on this side of the territory. For me, choosing spiritual practice every day keeps my mind, body, spirit balanced. I'm doing a spiritual practice, I'm either teaching a class and moving my body, I'm keeping it balanced, I'm eating appropriately. I'm not playing games with myself. I've made a treat for myself to do this to keep me balanced. And Dottie could verify that because she sees me on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Fridays, whatever. But I teach every day something. But that balance, though, you know what it does? It makes my life so much easier. And it makes it a whole lot of fun. Spirit or God is healthy in all areas of my life. And I hope you can say the same. And I am clear that it lives in my body. Therefore, it is essential, not important, more than be important. It's essential to maintain my body's health, mind, body, and spiritually. Otherwise, spirit departs from my body, and that results in a transition to a new state of existence. But it may not be with my choice. So why don't I do the things by choice, like make sure I eat every meal the way I should, that I'm not cutting things out because I have to diet. There's diet? What do you hear with diet? D-I-E, come on now. I love knowing that everything I do comes by choice. What about you? Do you know that for yourself? Remember this also. Nothing really dies. People just move to different existences or places, or things just move to other different locations. Nothing is gone. It's somewhere. So stay woke to your health. See, the concept of that we say that spirit resides within us is real and it's totally profound. Because what it does, if you are really paying attention to this and actually practicing with us or practicing at all, it highlights the importance of accepting that our built-in privilege is our inner spirit. The more I recognize this presence within me, and I see it actively in other people, but not everybody sees it in themselves, so you can't force people to believe anything. But I see it, and I utilize its energy whenever I can, whenever I think about it, whenever I realize it, I recognize. And I do all of that through spiritual practices. And then I begin to understand that, you know what you're doing, Rosedale? You are honoring the gift of life itself. See, I challenge you again to remember every single breath you take, let it serve as a reminder of what a privilege it is to be alive and conscious in this physical existence. Now, the key, conscious. of this physical existence. Know you're here. Be here now. Sometimes when I'm driving and I'm about to miss my turn or something, I said, be here now. Or I may say something like, pay attention. What are you going to do? As we embody the truth of our privilege and our self-awareness, why not also recognize the vital role of some very important people? We're honoring women this month. And women did a lot to shape the history of this country, of this world, not just this country. I read about a lot of different people. I even study a lot of different cultures because I love different cultures. But today, as we celebrate this wonderful month of National Women's Month, we also honor the strength, the tenacity, and the invaluable contributions made by women worldwide. So this month, as we advocate for that self-awareness and this built-in presence, let's magnify the voices of women in all backgrounds. And then now, let me just say this. Now is the perfect time to spotlight the life of my girl, Rosie O'Donnell. You're going to hear some very interesting things about her. Love the woman. But also, guess what? Since it's St. Patty's Day, it's a great opportunity to honor the Irish too. So we got it all done. Now, but I want you to do this. The rest of the day, I want you to remember that we have a big admiration for and respect for all women, and Alan is going to do us the honors.
Wow, thank you so much. And I'm really glad that I chose to do her for St. Patty's Day. So let me tell you a little bit about her. Rosedale O'Donnell, born March 21st, 1962, is an American comedian, television producer, actress, author, and television personality. O'Donnell, the third of 5 children, was born and raised in Commack, Long Island, New York. Her parents were homemaker Roseanne Teresa Murtha and Edward Joseph O'Donnell, an electrical engineer who worked in the defense industry. Edward had immigrated from County Donegal, Ireland during his childhood, and her mother was Irish American. O'Donnell was raised Roman Catholic. On March 17, 1973, 4 days before O'Donnell's 11th birthday, her mother died from breast cancer. She had to step up as the mother in the family, and nobody was allowed to talk about unpleasant emotions in her family home. While she attended Commack High School, O'Donnell was voted homecoming queen, prom queen, senior class president, and class clown. During high school, she began exploring her interest in comedy and received her breakthrough on the television series Star Search in 1984. After a series of television and film roles that introduced her to a larger national audience, O'Donnell hosted her own syndicated daytime talk show, The Rosie O'Donnell Show, between 1996 and 2002, which won several Daytime Emmy Awards. During this period, she developed the nickname Queen of Nice, as well as a reputation for philanthropic efforts. With New York City as the show's home base, O'Donnell displayed her love of Broadway musicals and plays by having cast members as guests, encouraging the audience to see shows, premiering production numbers, as well as promoting shows with ticket giveaways. After the Columbine shootings, O'Donnell became an outspoken supporter of gun control and a major figure in the Million Mom March. From 2006 to 2007, O'Donnell endured a controversial run as the moderator on the daytime talk show The View, which included a public feud with Donald Trump and on-air disputes regarding the Bush administration's policies with the Iraq War. She hosted Rosie Radio on Sirius XM Radio between 2009 and 2011, and from 2011 to 2012 hosted a second short-lived talk show on OWN, The Rosie Show. O'Donnell returned to The View in 2014, leaving after a brief 5-month run due to personal issues. From 2017 to 2019, she starred in the Showtime comedy series Smilf. In addition to comedy, film, and television, O'Donnell has also been a magazine editor, celebrity blogger, and author of several memoirs, including Find Me, 2002, and Celebrity Detox, 2007. She used the Find Me $3 million advance to establish her For All Foundation and promote other charity projects, including encouraging celebrities on her show to take part. She has also been an outspoken advocate for lesbian rights and gay adoption issues. O'Donnell is a foster and adoptive mother of 4. She was named the Advocate's 2002 Person of the Year. In May 2003, she became a regular contributor to the magazine. O'Donnell also continues to be a television producer and a collaborative partner in the LGBT family vacation company, Our Family Vacations. In 2003, O'Donnell and Kelly O'Donnell collaborated with artistic director Lori Klinger to create Rosie's Broadway Kids, dedicated to promoting free instruction in music and dance to New York City public schools or students. I watched a really interesting episode of Who Do You Think You Are featuring Rosie O'Donnell. They traced Rosie's maternal ancestry through Montreal to County Kildare in Ireland. Her great-grandparents, Andrew and Anne Murtha, with 4 children, suffered in the Great Potato Famine in the 1840s and 50s. In the poorhouse system, all the men, women, and children were separated into 3 separate groups, not seeing each other for an entire year or more in almost concentration camp conditions. Their child Patrick died in the poorhouse, and the Poor Law Union sponsored their immigration to Canada. And to wrap this up, I think the most important lesson in Rosie's life that we can all learn is finding resilience and joy in really difficult circumstances. And with that, I pass the mic over to our fabulous razzle-dazzle, like Rosie O'Donnell herself, Reverend Rosedale Jones. So sing some Broadway.
Oh man, did you know all of those awesome things about my girl, Rosie O'Donnell? I loved her for her frankness. I love her for standing up for women. I loved her for the gay and lesbian rights because, come on, let's be for real. Everybody has the right to be here and be treated with respect. And as you know, Reverend Catherine said, it doesn't matter like in this community what and who you decide that you are. But we are open and open and open and open from the top. So that being said, Alan, thank you so much for that awesome presentation on my girl Rosie. So straightforward. So, wow. The next thing I could think of is this next song. So, I want you to think about this song as having or building self-worth, self-love, and belief in yourself. Build it all. Because, I can guarantee you, as we were growing up, maybe nobody told us how we should take the pride in ourselves. Maybe they didn't emphasize that as much as they emphasized how much we did something we shouldn't have done. But in relation to that built-in privilege, we might want to interpret this song as affirming our self-worth and the diverse talents that we all possess. Pay attention to your talents and utilize them. Your talents was not given to you to keep bottled up. Your talents was given to you to give to the world. So take in this next song by Whitney Houston, The Greatest Love of All. Love yourself. Now, what is the greatest love of all? You see, if you can remember, maybe sometimes maybe some people had parents like that, were very doty over them and told them that there's a lot of beauty inside you, child. Don't you know what you possess inside you? Well, not everybody had that. But you know what? I'm not sure how many people or how much we all remember somebody telling us there's a certain amount of pride you must have in yourself. But this is what I know. We can start now telling us, because when we tell the children in our lives or children wherever, I teach yoga to children on Wednesdays because I talk to them and they don't have a clue, but they know somebody's telling me that I'm worth it. So we can start what we didn't get and give it to these children of today. Thank you so much, Timmy P, for that beautiful set of announcements and your diligence. So this is the time we talk about birthdays. Today is a birthday celebration for Jackie. Yesterday was her birthday. I did send her a beautiful birthday gift, and well, to let her know we acknowledge her birthday. But I had a feeling she wouldn't be here today. I think she's having a lot of festivities going on here, St. Patty's Day and all this stuff. Great. So anyway, we're still going to acknowledge her. So let me just say this. I may not know your birthday, but put it in chat or put it in your day. Like me, November 21st. You just don't want the year. It's not necessary for us to know how your age if you don't want it, but just give us your date and your month, and we will definitely put that there. So jot it down for me, and we will be putting it in there. And with that being said, we got to celebrate a birthday here for Jackie. Yeah. And I you know what? Compliments to the chef here. Alan baked the cake and everything for her. But Alan's the one who likes to do these cute little animations for everybody's birthday and just let everybody know that, when we honor our birthdays, we honor in the day we came to be. It is so important. And I love it. Nobody says it better than Stevie Wonder. It's important that you recognize the day you came to be. So big shout out now to our team and our platform team. And this morning, great thanks to you, Reverend Catherine. And we're always blessed with your beautiful smile when you're in on Sundays doing the MC. And opening and closing prayer today is Karen, who lights us up with her prayers. And then the reader today was Horace the Bush. He articulated that message very well. And then thank you, Melissa, for showing up as our greeter and spotlighter. And Timmy P, those announcements were the bomb. I call him, I don't know what you go, but I call him our serious pilot. And one thing, he's serious about each people and each other. And so he calls CSL Charlotte one of his labors of love. And I admire him also. He has a bunch of them, but I admire how he spends his countless hours with friends at the hospital just to see how they're doing and to just give them those visits. He's really good with people. So just know he's a blessing to have as a friend. So Timmy P, boom, I appreciate you wholeheartedly of everything. And so thank you, Mo, for creating the prayers via email for us. And when people send in prayer requests, you send them right out. So did I miss anybody?
Dottie.
I just want to say, okay, right. Dottie, welcome, Dottie. Timmy P usually does that, but I think he was like so busy over there. I told you, he's our pilot. He's all, but anyway, I'm welcoming you and grateful to see you and welcome here. And I hope you come back. Yes. So thank you, Alan, for keeping me mindful, So before our last song, consider this. Today was all about us actually inspiring ourselves to accept our built-in privilege. So remember, when you start accepting your built-in privilege, your conversations with your inner presence becomes much more fruitful for you and really helps you a lot just remember about that, then you will begin to have the better conversations. So before we close out and Reverend Karen does the prayer out for us, I just want this final song to heighten that privilege for you. While you are speaking and listening to that voice within you and saying whatever it is you say, know that that is that inside of you that's talking to you, and you're always talking to it. You're always talking to God, Spirit, Universe. You're always. So with that being said, before Reverend Karen prays us out, listen to the song You Say by Lauren Daigle. I believe. Just know that you believe that whatever you hear in here, when it's good, when it's not good, change it. You are conversing constantly with that power, that source, that energy that brought us here, that keeps us here. Remember, mind, body, spirit balance. So as we wrap up our time together, let's develop a confident energy to inspire us for the week ahead. All right, so with that being said, let's go, Karen, with your prayer out.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Reverend Rosedale. That song You Say says it all. Our lives are the outpicturing, the manifestation of what we're telling ourselves in our mind. And the voice within, we listen to it because we can change it. We absolutely can change it. And knowing this and this beautiful message that Reverend Rosedale delivered today that I took so personally, and I know it hit each and every one of us in our own personal ways, telling us what we needed to hear. And being so grateful for this beautiful family at CSL Charlotte for being able to join via Zoom, since I don't live close there, and just knowing that I am accepted, that I love each and every person on this platform. I absolutely love with my whole heart, because we are all the gift of life. We are all the gift of love. And as God has made us, as God has created us, God has created no mistakes. God has created nothing that is not perfect. No matter what the appearance, we are all perfect. We are all perfect inside, in our love, in our thoughts, in our beauty, and our light. So my prayer today for each and every one of us is to turn the golden doorknob, step into our journeys in light and love and God, and listen to the voice within. If it's not positive, change it. We are powerful. We are light. We are love, and we are worthy. So absolutely knowing this in gratitude for all the gifts that I have, for being able to be here with each and every one of you today, and knowing the love of everybody on this team. Join me as I release this prayer into the universal law, the heart, the love, and the power of what is. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. So guys, I'm going to say wrap it all up, because I want us to remember that accepting our built-in privilege is what we're all about now. So this week, focus that. Remember, the universe is constantly supporting us and always got us on this journey. So until we meet again, stay blessed and keep shining your light.